I don't know. I'm trying to like do an IGL versus IGL battle here, but it doesn't actually. Nothing's actually pointing me in one direction or not. I feel like we have seen more Mighty Max, and so he's had more opportunities to impress us with some of his performances. But at the same time, I've seen him be in situations where a normal anchor at this level will maybe get 1 or even 2 kills, but you know sometimes he'll come up with 0 or 1. So, but I feel like when the round is turned on its head just a little bit more, the chances of him like doing a little bit more is higher. Like it feels like the more chaotic the situation is, the more likely it's like, oh, Mighty Max might impress us in this one.
Yeah, it's definitely something that I particularly looking forward to. Now, one thing that I will say about Mighty Max on the CT side is that I hope to be proven wrong, but the map where I was most impressed by Mighty Max on the CT side was actually on Train. And that was because of how well timed his utility usage was to be able to defend a particular bomb site. And it's not always the same on Dust 2, and I'm particularly concerned when you consider that HAVU themselves are infamous for being very good with their utility. So if you're going up against a team that's generally going to be taking an incredibly measured approach and will be, you know, counting all the smokes you've thrown, counting all the mollies you've thrown, pretty much everything, dotting all their I's and crossing all their T's, I think Mighty Max could be running into some trouble with that. Now, this is still very much anyone's game. I actually think this is absolutely 50-50, and then the rankings are very accurate in terms of how far apart these teams are. So we'll have to wait to see exactly what can materialize in the game overall.
Yeah, I think it really comes down to the wire on this one. It'd be very surprising for me if either of these teams just kind of ran away with it. I think the team that is probably more likely of doing that is Endpoint, if their players are all firing. But we'll see who's firing here as the first engagement commences. Really, no one connecting just yet. Okay, all right. Slowy finally gets gushed. In fact, Hoodie gets gushed as well. But first blood is drawn by the HAVU side. They will be able to escape with their lives as well. But both of these players are very low.
Saw dodges the flashbang, re-peeking into short. Robin's the one who's swinging out wide, but he can't get the initial kill. Hoodie keeps himself alive as well as a flashbang goes awry. Crucial was blinded up by that as well. Hoodie does end up falling, but in a 4 versus 3, now the terrorist side is in a very tricky situation when their rotations have been spotted out as well. Dodo rotated over towards the B side to check if anyone's rushing in, but it's actually Mighty Max who's going for the long rotation around. 40 seconds left on the clock, and it's up to Slowy to cut this off. He's realized exactly what's going on. This is a good read from him, but he might have turned around too quickly. And Surreal does the same, as he does end up missing a big opportunity. Surreal missing some shots. Slowy needs to connect with the headshot. He doesn't have much HP to work with, and they know it's all about Mighty Max coming in from behind, taking him down. I thought Slowy had the read on Mighty Max, but in fact, as I hold that thought, Dodo gets tagged down nicely as well. Now, all the Endpoint players are somewhat low. Zori is going to be trying to get something out of her hair. Saw to try and jump up, maybe. No, it's Dodo to do that. Zori falls. Crucial fighting out. Surreal to get another as well. And Saw will be the last one standing. He's got a kit, but he doesn't have a chance. Endpoint clean up nicely.
That was again, that's kind of exactly what we alluded to. A somewhat chaotic situation arises, and all the way through spawn goes Mighty Max, flanking a good flank of its own. The flanker becomes the flanked as Mighty Max does that, and Endpoint are able to squeak out that victory right there. It's very interesting that Slowy has been this aggressive in tunnels with the scout. Okay, he's going to be charged down right there, but Zori, playing a more standard angle with the scout, will be able to take down one. That's what you can expect from Slowy here. He's one of the X-Factor players for the HAVU side. When the game plan isn't going according to plan, when things aren't falling into place, Slowy will oftentimes take matters into his own hands and do something crazy like that. Usually he has the skill to back it up. This time he just gets caught off guard. He misses one shot, and it was all that he was afforded.
It's a bit early to be going for those, it seems like. Fortunately, the one shining light for them is that Zori took down the bomb plant. Now, I don't know if that was visible to him or not, though, because sometimes you just kill the guy and you don't see the bomb. So, bomb will be recovered. HAVU have started to line up their turtle defense. Hoodie with that deagle. waiting for someone to come in. If he can get a good one tap, that would be big, but he's actually chosen to back off and repeat out from mid instead. If he can get anything, that does set them up nicely, but it doesn't look like Endpoint are going to be giving him the chance as he peeks out and is taken down. Thomas was ready for that saw with a 5-7, would have maybe had a chance, but instead he has a CZ, which is significantly less reliable over longer ranges.
Yeah, so this should be a clean bomb plan for Endpoint right here. Probably should be a clean victory as well. Would likely expect HAVU to go for some kind of save. Maybe they'll try to pick up a gun. They did kill a player top mid, but I think Endpoint might have disposed of that weapon. Doesn't seem like Saw... Oh, okay, nope. He got it the MAC-10. All right. So he was able to find it, and they'll be able to carry that into the upcoming round. Still not a great buy to take on forward, but wow, Surreal messes up his movement right there, and Zori's able to pick up that frag. That's a nice one. The difference between 3 alive and 4 alive is pretty significant, and, you know, just Endpoint will be happy about, or will be unhappy about the fact that they won't be able to carry that extra gun moving forward. I think they had to drop an SMG to recover Surreal's AK. Yeah. So, I mean, that's a MAC-10 that likely would just be finding some eco frags in this one, and you know, you love to see that. Just the $600 kill bonus. It's such a nice little reward for when you are just charging at a bomb site. You're allowing yourself to be the first one in, but instead he actually, or someone upgraded to an additional AK, but another aggressive play towards lower. Mighty Max, will he be ready for it this time? He won't. Saw with that recovered MAC-10 is actually able to find the opening kill, and Dodo pushes on forward from the tunnels and is able to take down Thomas. Surreal is left here standing by his lonesome, and it's a 3-for-3 trade. Just Crucial and Robin remain. The bomb is right there at lower tunnel. Zori has a little bit of an angle right here, but he doesn't hit, or oh no, he does actually tag Crucial, but I think this is really it. Dodo, he's on a huge flank right now, and he just waits for his accuracy to reset, and he's able to take down Crucial. It leaves Robin in a difficult 1v2.
That was so nice to see as well, because Endpoint, actually hold that thought, because this might be a quicker deal than I expected. Robin needs to win this one out for his team to survive moving forward. They've lost too many players in the previous round as well. So even if you get a buyout over here, it will be a flustered one. Robin, not expecting Zori to come out from the side, and Zori plays it perfectly, recovers the AK-47 as well as the Molotov being in his hands, and there you have it. Really, really nice round from HAVU over there. And you can see that a MAC-10 being safe forward has so many implications, because normally you're saying, hey, it's just a MAC-10. Why waste time throwing it over a wall? Why waste time throwing it away? But that MAC-10 basically means that all 5 players can have a buy, because they recover the scout that was dropped. They recover the MAC-10, which means that they can drop the CZ to Hoodie. And instead of 3 players saving forward weaponry, now you've got 5 players who all have kill potential because of that MAC-10 saved in. So it just goes to show you what that difference can make, and that MAC-10 did end up getting a kill and some damage in that, along with Hoodie's CZ actually doing something as well. So it really is the little things in Counter-Strike that can make a difference, and unfortunately we have started to forget that a little bit with the economical changes that have come through, but even so, really good to see it. It's a bit of a throwback.
Yeah, and with how close we expect this game to be, every round will matter. I expect this to go at least, 29 rounds. I feel like there's no way that one team just runs over the other in this kind of situation. Saw, though, is able to take down Crucial, but swinging off Catwalk is Hoodie. He can't find the shot as the player is scaling down towards Xbox right there, but some good damage is inflicted onto that player. Thomas eats a nade, I think, down to 28 now. So HAVU, despite it being a 4v4 situation, usually favoring the T's, this feels pretty good, all things considered. Zori testing this player at long, will be able to take down Robin, who's out in the open. He's going for more, but it will be Hoodie to support him. And Zori, a couple missed shots, but still so much space for him here, as it's just Mighty Max and Surreal as trying to push on forward. Zori, he won't miss that one, takes down Surreal, just leaving Mighty Max. Oh, Mighty Max, what is that? With 3 kills instantaneously, all headshots, and now he'd be crossing towards site. It's just a 1v1 situation. Dodo is quick on the flank. Mighty Max, he needs to win the 1v1 and get this ace, but it looks impossible given Dodo's positioning. A very good attempt from Mighty Max there. almost winning the round. Look at this. This is crazy. Oh, man. That last kill, too.
That second kill was insane, especially because he didn't even...
Yeah.
That wasn't even a tap. That was kind of a spray continuation, but the spray had reset a little bit. So it wasn't even like a perfect spray transfer. That was probably a little bit lucky, but really nice to see, though. Zori, great kill on the Cyril to start things off. Yet again, HAVU taking it to them over in mid, really fighting out for that one. Mighty Max. Oh dear, Mighty Max is going to be the one to actually come through, get the equalizer. I don't think they can recover the gun with Dodo's positioning being as it is. Smoke will go through from both sides, actually. Not sure if I quite like that second smoke thrown by the B player. I don't really entirely know the purpose it serves, but I'm sure Maui will have an explanation for me later on. Crucial and Mighty Max are both... Listen, Maui, I know what my role is here. It's to ask the question to the viewers of One Ring. Robin missing some long-range shots. Zori to take down Mighty Max. Saw who turns around for a flashbang. We'll have to be careful because he's the one who can do a lot of damage with the MP9, and these players being as low as they are. It's Zori to finish off one. Hoodie to come in from the side. Saw is wondering when he gets his chance and when he gets his money. But Robin, well, he's just wondering why his teammates are all dead.
Ooh, that's a pretty big missed shot right there. It was a tough one at that. Very long-range deagle shot, and he found the back, but I think as... well, we'll see if what Robin's able to accomplish here. We'll just wait a second here. Fighting off against Hoodie, or not able to find anything. Still going at it. Took a little while, but Hoodie does end up taking him down. Yeah, the smoke behind the other smoke is just kind of like they're throwing a lurk smoke, so they can either jump out to the right onto that kind of double stack box, or go to the left into the corner. It gives them some options to scale out with, but if he throws his own smoke, they aren't sure if he is in front of their smoke, holding his own smoke in the tunnels. Like it's if he actually just sprints there, or someone else is even close, they could play off of that smoke to a degree where their own lurk smoke is kind of pointless. So it's kind of like a fake. He's kind of like pump faking, like I might be in front of your smoke, guys, so you can't really use it.
It's posturing. That's what it is.
Yeah, he's posturing. Exactly.
Okay, I like it. Get wild in here. Get some Lion King stuff going on. Scar would not have killed Mufasa if Mufasa had postured properly. That's what Maui is saying.
Yeah, there would have been a completely different story.
Yeah. Simba would have just been a normal spoiled kid.
Yeah, never would have actually grew up.
Yeah, no Timon, no Pumbaa.
No adversity.
Yeah. Now, though, there's plenty of adversity for these teams on the server. They're also not Lion Kings, in all fairness, but hey. At least they're not Tiger Kings. Sorel waiting for the short take to come through. Flashbang is in. Seems like he wants to be dropping down. Does do so nicely. Leading forward. Trying to find anyone towards car. Saw and Dodo finding the first few kills. Means that Sorel is very lonely on this site. Now he's even going for the jumping headshot. I'm not sure if that's advisable, but that nice spray is very much so. Thomas left alone in a 1v3. Endpoint is losing quite a few players while they're trying to come out from short. They don't normally do that. Very well done by HAVU. Not focusing on Cyril whatsoever. They actually just have two players towards site and ramp, and they say, you know what, you jump down to city, we really don't care. The real threat is coming from your short players. We'll eliminate them. And by the time you come up on the side, unless you're running, in which case we'll hear you, we're fine with that.
Yeah, it feels like Endpoint didn't have the exact buy that they necessarily needed for that. I don't know. Usually you have like a lot of flashes that... Yeah, mollies and flashes that help you scale, but... Oh, Saw, nice nade there onto Mighty Max. Oh, almost finds the spray, but if Mighty Max weren't crouched, he probably would have. I'm very surprised, actually, but Slowy is able to pick up the pieces and take down Mighty Max right there. Oh, a nice shot onto Robin. That was maybe a pixel of his head as he takes him down right there. And look at this, Slowy. I mean, this is what we love the guy for. Just getting aggressive, just fighting mid, It's tagged down to 31 though, so he knows that he probably shouldn't continue this firefight, and he will be probably just supporting the B player a little bit here. I'm interested as to when Endpoint is going to realize that HAVU are playing constantly a very heavy mid setup. That's a great nade though. Lands at the feet of Surreal, tags him down immensely. And Endpoint, they don't even know what they want to do at this point. You could see Thomas was trying to back up into the door, and his teammate was trying to push on out. Ooh, wait, Dodo, what was that? Was he, I think he was pixel walking actually briefly. I'm not sure if it was intentional, but that was kind of weird. Yeah, that was odd.
He wasn't on the scaffolding, right?
No, he was like on the wall for sure.
Yeah.
He was Spider-Manning for sure.
Dodo, he's still searching for Gwen Stacy, and Crucial will maybe deliver him to her. Who knows? Who knows what happens that 20 seconds before the next round begins? Crucial, he's been flashed up, but he doesn't have Kevlar in the first place, so it's not an easy one to fight his way out of, but already damage has been done. 9 seconds on the clock. Bomb plant going in. He's peeked out, trying to get something, and the headshot is there. You can see his aim is always crisp, but unfortunately, the finisher just not coming through. And HAVU, such excellent utility damage coming out in towards mid, and Dodo has to be commended for this continual spray down over to the tunnel side. 5 for 2. And HAVU have gotten in a position where they can now pull out the double op and get themselves a convincing lead.
Yeah, we'll see. But Zori taking down Crucial will make that double op work out. Slowy with his own op will take down Mighty Max. Good picks on the side of HAVU, thinning out this offense here. But this might be the perfect read from the side of Endpoint here. Looks like it'll be a mid to B. Dodo is by himself here. Surreal knows the kind of pressure that he's creating right now with his mid to B smoke, and he's actually just waiting towards middle. Dodo, he's actually just kind of flailing right now. The flashes are coming at him. He's playing behind the big box, and he does take down Robin, but Surreal comes up big with a couple kills of his own. It's a 2v2 situation. Slowy knows exactly where Surreal is, and Surreal still has a flashbang to work with. That molly will spread to Slowy, and that nade as well might do a little bit of damage. Just nades exchange in every direction, and it looks like Thomas wants to play off of the contact from Surreal, and that will spell his doom. A very good read from Slowy there, understanding how those two players were likely going to be playing off of each other in that situation. And HAVU will pick up another round off the back of their double op, keeping both of those op players actually into the upcoming round. They do lose quite a few members from their team, but they keep the most expensive weapons.
Dude, this is how you need to retake with a double op. Just hope that the players will not be inside the site itself. But a really nice read from Endpoint coming in there to go for the mid to B play and not really sending anyone aggressively towards B from mid. But then afterwards, unfortunately, the 2v2, that really can just go anyone's way. But a very good read, like you said, comes through from the HAVU players, and they're able to bring it out in their own favor. Now, with 2 players still in mid, the question is, when do we see something slightly faster paced for long control, for blue bin control? Hoodie, though, he's got all the control. Robin's been taken down, smoke goes out, flashbang with it. Hoodie just wants to fight this way out, and he will do so with Zori's help. And now, where they were going for delayed long control, it's all about Mighty Max, who's come up short. He doesn't have the bomb, though, which is troubling because it has to go past Hoodie. Dodo, in the meanwhile, with the MP9, is fighting up. He can't get the instant kill, but he will finish off Thomas as well, somehow or the other. I don't quite understand, but
That was
it works.
a nice shot.
Yeah.
This was a very long-range MP9 shot.
That's a spray as well.
Yeah, that was... Man, Dodo is... I've been saying it for a while. I think Dodo is really kind of underrated, and he's not really given the best positions. Slowy already finding an opening pick. He takes down the opposing opper. I'm not sure what Crucial had. I think he might have had a scout, though. So that's a great opening pick for him. He was tagged down in the process there, but you'll still be happy about the man advantage. Hoodie, on the other hand, might not be happy about the fact that he is on an island here at long. Endpoint looking like they're setting up for a late long take. If the flash comes through the door, he might just be completely blind and will have to jump into the pit. But it doesn't look like Endpoint are actually interested in going with their numbers towards that position. We'll actually be going up catwalk right now, and a boost comes out, but just a second too late. So now Endpoint will have this cat control, and this might be the exec they need. There's only a single player here in Zori. Quickly rotating up, though, I think is Saw, but we'll see how they're able to hold this.
Zori's been fully flashed up. He's forced to turn around, but he has time for the repeat. Robin falls, and with him goes the bomb. Zori and Saw taking them all down. Thomas does punish one player in the meanwhile, but it is going to be his demise at the end of the day. 8-2, and HAVU, man. I mean, Maui, we were talking about how no one should be running away with this, but they sort of are right now. And I do have to say, CT side is their strength, in all fairness. Endpoint's terrorist side, although is very good. HAVU, I have to say, have a slightly weaker T side, but so far CT's been going so well that they might not have to care about that at all. Zori again finding the opening pick. He does that every single time, it seems like. And Slowy too. What?
What? Yo, what? Okay.
LT.
All right. Well, HAVU with another 5v3 advantage. It just feels like their ops are doing absolutely everything. They got that first pick, I think, at top mid, maybe, and then the second was at lower tunnels.
Yeah.
Maybe I might have flipped those, but I mean, these ops are suffocating Endpoint. Usually, you could see that I think Endpoint, they want to save a little bit more of their utility because the last time they were able to get up catwalk on a gun round, they didn't have the flashes necessary to you know, make the great cat exec that you would want. But I think they're going to have to start using more flashes very, very soon. You can't skip any steps with getting map control against HAVU, because right now HAVU is playing with a level of confidence in their oppers that is extremely hard to deal with unless you are just blinding them at every single corner. And Zori, will he be blind here? No, he will not be. He takes down Thomas. It's just Crucial and Robin. They've already used all of their utility. They have to really commit with this at this point. They'll be desperately moving up, but Crucial, I don't know if he's looking at the right way at the right time. Zori's already holding elbow, and he rescopes up to find Robin. Saw is able to take down Crucial. A very nice one for them. HAVU with their 9th round of the game thus far. Endpoint, they need to change up the formula pretty quickly because they are just getting picked apart.
This will sound really dumb, because it might be, but I think that what Endpoint really need is one player to just barrel down Suicide with double flashes down mid to make sure that if Slowy is getting aggressive towards mid, he will be punished. Similarly, you know, just the double flashes down Suicide lets your players get to the top of mid a little bit more comfortably and be in a position to contest for Zori as well. But obviously that is very, very risky to do.
It's possible if they use their own opper to fight down, but it's risky, like you said. I kind of would just want them to use their nades safely. Oh, Saw, what a burst right there. Actually missing the first player in Crucial, but just continues the burst and it's able to catch the second. A little bit lucky, but Zori might not be this time. Surreal takes him down, and finally the bomb is being planted in a 4v4 situation, but there are 2 scouts on the side of Endpoint, which will make this a little bit difficult. And as soon as I say that, Robin proves me wrong as he takes down Hoodie here. Saw, though, quick on ramp already, actually, is able to take down Robin. It looks like, ooh, actually maybe not, but he will find Mighty Max, and Robin will just continue with his Glock. It just leaves Dodo in the 1v3. I would be a little bit surprised if he even really goes for this, but I think with their round lead and the advantage that they have, he's a little bit more willing to risk this one. But another smoke is there to impede his path, and he will have to fall at this point. Still good money on the side of HAVU so that they can afford a double up once again into the upcoming round. But, you know, Endpoint, this might be their chance. If Endpoint is able to string 2 rounds in a row with this one here, this upcoming one, then HAVU's money will be pretty low for the remainder of the half.
I think even 1 round at this point might be enough to break their economy if they go for the double up on HAVU.
One more.
Yeah, so you see the money over there. This is my biggest problem with how HAVU plays. It just doesn't seem... You know what, maybe I talk about this in an anti-eco round. Slowy going for ye old faithful LT pick. He has been spotted though, and he has been tagged down. This time he does get flashed, which is nice to see from Mighty Max. He's definitely learned from many mistakes of his team at this point, where they have given up that kill a few too many times. Zori waiting for the flashbang to come in to try and get the timing right, but it's Hoodie to find the kill. They're not checking their angles properly. Unfortunately, Endpoint seem to be a bit flustered at this stage. Secondary flashbang comes in, allows Hoodie to peek forward. A Molotov to burn out Surreal as well. Will he be using a smoke? Yes, he will be. That means that... Ooh,
Oh.
I don't know how he got that.
I was through the smoke. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
No, maybe he had a gap.
No,
Maybe he had
yeah.
a gap. Yeah. He had a little bit of a gap. Okay. Okay, a nice trade, though, comes out from Endpoint. Surreal is able to take down one towards long right there. And Endpoint, their hand is forced towards Catwalk here. Zori, though, he's been so scary at this angle, but he isn't able to hit the shot this time. But that's a good Molotov, actually, and it might take Surreal down. As a matter of fact, they put it out instantaneously. And, wait, no, Surreal is at long. I'm sorry about that. But it only does a little bit of damage to the remaining players.
Oh,
somehow that Molly was not spreading to Dodo, but eventually it does, and now he's taken down very low. Mighty Max holding his smoke at Catwalk, and this is a favorite situation once again for Endpoint. HAVU, they might have to opt to save, but I feel like with the positioning of Saw, it really comes down to what he's able to do right here. He isn't able to find anything. His position has been given up at this point, and I don't know if HAVU really want to go for this at this point. They will flash out to try to support him. Dodo will scale out on top of that, and at this point, Zori knows he really has to save. Kind of interesting from HAVU. The time was really ticking down. They didn't have much utility to support that. But that's sometimes just what happens when you're feeling yourself to the extent that you think anything is possible. And I just feel like they were trying to play with their momentum there. But it will come back to bite them as they lose 2 additional players in a potentially unnecessary retake attempt. Dodo will still be able to buy an op for Slowy if they so choose, but I feel like he... Okay, well, he will. All right.
I might have a different read on that than you do, actually. I don't even know if that was... Ooh, sorry. I always get really scared about those as he almost gets another one as well. But the one-way smoke will not be used to its fullest. It seems like Dodo wants to get very aggressive right here. He will have been spotted out by Surreal, but he doesn't realize that, yes, Surreal will probably be scolded by Robin, asking him for information. Crucial and Mighty Max do fortunately trade. But with this op still alive, you've really leveled the playing field in terms of firepower. Hoodie's got himself the M4, and Saw's got himself a CZ, which might just be better for this angle that he's holding. Now, finds that first kill, drops down, nade goes out as well. That'll keep them at bay long enough for Zori to come in and support. And in a 2v3 Endpoint, they are going to have to really work some magic here. They do have full utility on the bright side, and Crucial does have a chance to equalize, and he will do so. Leaking out a few kills, I have to say. The past few rounds have been a bit of a hodgepodge of interesting decision-making from HAVU at times when it's time to go for a retake or when it's time to figure out where to get aggression. But I guess they were just going for information over there, and they felt pressure to do that, so they knew where to put Zori and his AWP. But Saw will be taken down, and I think Zori has to save at this point. A 1v2, he could go for it, but with the AWP, it just seems so very unlikely, and he will be saving. And Maui, the thing is, I think that the reason why they were kind of going for the retake in the previous round is less because they're feeling it, more because they understand that they're so heavily reliant on a double op setup that if they don't win a few rounds here and there, if they end up without the double op, they're unlikely to have the firepower. Because with HAVU, a lot of the time, what it seems like to me, and I might have the wrong read, is that they know their firepower is not really that high compared to many teams, which is the case for a lot of fully national teams. But they can make up for it with some really good positioning in a double op setup. That's kind of the read I have on it.
I don't know how that necessarily justifies it, honestly, given that Dodo had enough money to buy an op into the next round anyway.
Panic.
So yeah, and he just kind of ran through a smoke in that retake. The auto sniper is busted out. Endpoint actually had a little bit of extra cash, so could pull this out. It doesn't inflict any damage though. Surreal just spamming the right wall prior to any kind of peek. Will he get caught out though is the question. Zori once again finding an opening pick. This guy has been so good at that this game, but Mighty Max has actually taken a lot of ground. But Zori, he might have read this actually. He is already on top of this box right here. I think the double peek may come out. Ooh, both of these players miss each other. Actually, I think he was tagged somehow by Crucial's op, but these supporting flashes will really help Saw out. It takes Mighty Max down to 2 HP, and in this battle in spawn also somehow emerging as Thomas is forced into a different angle. Zori finding a kill through the box right there leaves just Crucial and Thomas in a very tough situation. They aren't against the best weaponry, but there are many players that they do have to face. Thomas is able to take down Hoodie. Crucial is able to find Saw there towards CT. And now Slowy here at the quad box will be holding the line. I don't know if they are aware of his position just yet. Dodo, though, on the flank, he's been so good at finding these long-range AK shots, and he will not actually do so this time. Slowy somehow stealing that kill, just leaving Crucial in the 1v2, being baited out. Slowy trying to jiggle him. It will buy a lot of time for Dodo. Dodo is right here, and he goes for the jumping shot. Dodo, where did that come from? And Crucial does fall there. And man, I don't know how Dodo does it, but he's able to find the jumping AK. Like, of all weapons, I feel like I see it with the M4, the MP9, but the AK is just so inaccurate in the air. But Dodo somehow able to tame the beast, and it puts HAVU onto their 10th round.
It is also just the one tap as well. It's not even like he's spraying mid-air. It's just one bullet comes out.
Yeah.
I do have to very quickly point out, though, that Slowy, if he had not peeked out there and taken down the... I think it was Mighty Max who was taking the long-range duel. I think they would have probably lost that round. Because then Dodo dies in that situation. Dodo was just 9 HP on him. One more bullet from Mighty Max would have done the job. Although it would have been very, very close and he could have got the kill himself as well. I think Mighty Max probably gets that at the end of the day. So Slowy might have just unknowingly saved the round. And even if that hadn't been the case, the other point just is that Crucial wouldn't have been tunnel vision in on Slowy initially. So you never know. Of course, small plays like that can be the difference maker. And, you know, we love to see that. But it's 10-5. Endpoint do somewhat bring it back from a 9-2. So not the worst thing in the world. They will probably not be too unhappy about that. And with the wall of smoke going down, the bomb should be planted easily enough. So Rail is going to be trying to stop that from happening, though, while Dodo, again, middle is HAVU's playground. Dodo finds 2 kills. Cyril has to look back, get his teammates on, and now here comes the retake with only 2 flashes.
Yeah, it'll be a difficult one for them. One already flies out, and they are able to take some ground off of it. But this is a great counter flash, actually, from Slowy. It supports Saw, and he's able to find one. This is now scattered Endpoint. They are looking so hopeless here. And Hoodie somehow able to take down Thomas there from the side. A great round from HAVU. That's a very nice flash from them to close things out. Just Slowy holding that. And this was such a nice little lurk from Dodo.
11-5, Endpoint with the double scout. Can they find some kills from mid? That is my question always when Cyril and Crucial are in mid, man. I don't remember which game it was, but they had like 3 kills in one particular game.
I remember they did it where they double peeked it and found 2 kills in the same second. That was insane.
HAVU fortunately guessed correctly, and they say we're not working against that. You know what? I don't want to stare down the barrel of 2 ops. Dodo, once again in mid, might be able to actually find one of those. Dude, Dodo, HAVU's so good at playing around mid. It really is just their territory. Now, Robin has to save the day, but will be unable to do so. Hoodie's headshot connects with him. Surprisingly enough, Crucial is not one with the scout, actually. He's picked himself up a Deagle, which he's very proficient with, don't get me wrong, but would have quite liked to scout on him as well. Dodo fighting up in mid. If he loses his AK-47, if they can save that into the next round, that's not too bad. To be perfectly honest, Crucial could drop the Deagle to someone else, pick that one up for himself. But now in the 4 versus 3, Sorel is left with 9 HP. If he can get one more kill over here, then that next round becomes very, very important. Because remember what HAVU did. Yeah. They came through with the saved weaponry.
Yeah, it'd be nice if Crucial were able to take up a gun as well, but HAVU not giving that one to them. Ooh, a little kiss towards long, I think. Zori running at his teammate. I think that's Hoodie. So they share a little bit of an intimate moment there together in arms. Finnish brothers. I mean, sometimes they show a little bit of love to each other.
I don't know which kisses are in arms, but okay. Elbow kisses. Yeah. Corona kisses. Yeah.
Yeah. Still following the World Health Organization's guidelines.
Good to see. Well, here goes Zori and company. Can they take anyone down? Yeah, well, they actually can very easily. In fact, really no problems. Zori, even long range shots with the MP7. It's a gun with very decent armor penetration, actually. Beyond that, I just prefer the MAC-10 in general. I just think it's a good weapon. Less so for long ranges, though.
The MP7 is... It feels a little bit pointless now because of how cheap the Galil is, honestly, but it was criminally slept on. Okay, he drops the MP7 for a MAC-10 right when I say that, but no, it does more. It can do more damage, and it is much more accurate at range. And you can still do this jumping kind of BS, honestly. Yeah, it's just like, it's so silly that you can still do that with that gun too. It's actually almost just an entirely better MAC-10. I think the only difference is that the MAC-10 you run a little faster, like 5 or 10 movements.
I think faster. Fire rate is also higher for the MAC-10.
It might be. I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure. I'll look it up this round. You could take over for the rest.
Sure. Sounds good. Surreal getting tagged down in mid. He's very unhappy about that. While Zori's probably grinning away smugly at that shot that he'd managed to hit. And he knows he hit it too. You just know it. He tracked him across mid doors as well. Very, very nicely done. Now, Surreal, fortunately, is over towards the B side, which seems not to be the destination for HAVU just quite yet at the very least. It could just be short control and backing off. A lot of teams do this these days just to cut off the very quick flank potential that you have from short. If there is someone just holding the Kenny S angle who wants to push forward into tunnels quickly, it can make a retake a whole lot easier for the CT side. So HAVU, destination yet to be known. Mighty Max, though, in a good position. Flashbang fully blinds their own players out. Dodo will be brought down. Mighty Max to win that duel away. And you can see the difference in how defensive Endpoint are in holding their mid. Slowly with the MAC-10 moving forward. Crucial. I think he landed that shot, but it was through a wall, so Saw doesn't go down and will be able to plant the bomb easily enough. Hoodie, long-range duel doesn't go his way. Mighty Max the one to save that day. And a 5v3 retake becomes a lot easier if Crucial can hit this shot over here. He will go for it, but can't finish them off. Slowy and Saw come through with 2 great shots at range, and now it's all about that retake from short, a nade as well, dealing so much damage, and Zori has already finished off this round practically on his lonesome, it seems like.
Yeah, that was a very good hold from him, and HAVU able to pick up a double off of that for the upcoming round. It's interesting to always see that on the T side, but they're probably fine with it. They've been doing so well with those guns. Good stuff from HAVU, and they're really choking Endpoint out of this game. I'm very surprised how one-sided this game actually has been. I do feel like HAVU is better than Endpoint overall. I figured they would take this game, but I thought it would be much closer because we have consistently been very impressed by how Endpoint play their CT side, how players like Thomas, Surreal, and Crucial are able to lock down mid with their scout play, but it's been Endpoint who's been coming out on top today, so I'm not sure if that's necessarily a structural reason or it's just the individuals are just looking a lot better for Endpoint. It seems like the peaks that they're taking are better overall. Slowy finding a good peak already, takes down Thomas. I think that's at the back of B tunnel or back of B site. But this fight between Mighty Max and Hoodie, it's so close. Hoodie gets the better of Mighty Max, who I think was holding the corner, unaware that there was a player at Blue Bin already. And it looks like HAVU are just going to run away with this game. I mean, they've already been doing that, but this is probably the nail in the coffin for Endpoint. Oddly enough, Endpoint didn't fully invest in this round, despite 14-5 scoreline. Robin is able to accomplish one, but it's just Crucial here. And as he attempts this 1v4, the MAC-10 has an 800 rounds per minute fire rate, and the MAC-10 has 750, or the MP7 has 750. So MAC-10 is a little bit better, but they're both very fast. But
yeah. but Maui, I am more amazed at the scoreline right now. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
We didn't expect this.
No, and we didn't expect that Dodo would bust out a triple op. I guess he's got the spawn for it. And I feel like HAVU is just feeling it to an extent. I feel like they are just very comfortable in this game. It feels like all these individuals are firing. Maybe it'll come back to bite them, though, as Surreal and Crucial pick up some ops. And now it's a little bit of a taste of their own medicine. HAVU falling down 2 players very quickly. That's actually 2 of their 3 ops that died. I can't believe that's what's happening. But, yeah, good picks from Endpoint.
Well, it's still a very long road back, and even this step hasn't really fully been taken. They've got their foot in the air, but they've got to be careful not to trip while they're at it. Saw finds another kill onto Surreal. That's the opener, actually, from HAVU. Ooh, sorry as well, getting another. This is really scary when CTs get over aggressive information because they just feel the pressure, and that's where the triple op setup really comes into play. Thomas is not nollied away, no, and he comes through, saves it all. Endpoint should be going in towards the 6th round unless Saw can materialize his destiny one way or another. Robin, however, will not let that happen, and it is the 6th round for Endpoint.
Yeah, so maybe that triple op not necessary, as Dodo doesn't really have money in this round. Good, very clean stuff from Thomas, though, locking that position down. If I really picked like 2 or 3 players from HAVU that I would want to run at me at any given time, probably would be a combination of Hoodie, Saw, and Zori, though. There are definitely... I mean, they're not bad by any means, but... Good hold from Thomas, all things considered. Mighty Max, though, trying to lock down tunnels early on. I'm not sure if that molly landed exactly where he wanted it, though. That is spreading back to him a little bit more than he probably wished. And Saw might just take him out. Oh, Mighty Max with the pixel angle is actually able to find the opening pick there. That is a very impressive kill from him there. And once again, an opening pick for the CT side, but Mighty Max, feeling himself maybe a little bit too much off of that opener, does fall. That lurk smoke actually doesn't dribble out as far as I think Dodo would have liked to put pressure on the B bomb site, but it still will allow Slowy to pressure mid here. He takes the fight towards A, and now Endpoint, how will they support these 2 players? It looks like the mid B is coming.
Crucial. Oh, what a shot from him. Slowy's taken down. Surreal now to follow up as well and drop the bomb while he's at it. A flashbang to maybe go through. Will be giving him a chance to take Zori apart as well, but a flashbang from HAVU's side is good as well. Surreal is saving it all. He's giving them a chance to bring it back. He is going to end up falling, but in the meanwhile, the damage done is enough. The double op is saved, and over they go to 7, but still such a long road to tread. And Endpoint, oh, great shot from Crucial over there. Surreal as well, what a defense.
Yeah, it feels like very frequently when Endpoint is falling apart or a team maybe has them outmatched, it is up to Surreal and Crucial to just step up big. It's a shame that he didn't find this kill right here. Would have been a nice highlight for him, but HAVU now maybe regretting busting out that triple op at one point. Admittedly, one of them was picked up, but Dodo and crew not having the most money that they would hope for. Hoodie is now on a Galil, and it'd be kind of a shame to just see Hoodie find a headshot in this round with that weapon and not get the kill, and they lose off of it because, you know, that's one of those moments where you just wish you had better weaponry. You know, you had that extra money. But a boost on site. We'll find yet another pick for Endpoint. Surreal is able to take down Dodo, who is on the extremity lurk right there. And all 4 members that are remaining of HAVU are bunched up at Catwalk right now. There only is Crucial to defend here at Game Helper, and it looks like HAVU will be commencing with their execute.
Oh, Crucial misses that shot, though. That's very important. He needed to land that. He repositions all the way around, a 5v4 retake, but fortunately for Endpoint, there's only one Molotov, and that's on Slowy. He doesn't know where to throw it out right now either because information has been criminally deprived, but Slowy goes for the right play. It's the only angle which really wasn't properly covered, But even so, Robin crouching down over here. Both him and Surreal should be peeking out soon enough. Saw peeks forward, loses the duel. A flashbang will keep Zori blind and unable to help. Hoodie will fall Lex, and Zori is left versus 4. His position is known, and Crucial finishes him off. 15-8 Endpoint. What a retake coming out from them.
Yeah, that was very clean given how CT centric it was. That's usually so difficult. I mean, you really want to always retake from 2 different positions, but when the vast majority is coming through CT, it can be pretty hard to fight your way up in that sense. But good shots and good utility to support that come up. And HAVU won't be challenging long here. It looks like they will be just sprinting onto Catwalk. This looks like it's going to be well defended, though. Crucial and Robin are already here and waiting.
Oh, Dodo finds that early kill, picks up a weapon off the back of that as well, but it's Crucial who's trying to defend Surreal and himself. You mentioned it before. The ladder for Endpoint to step up is made from their skill. 2 versus 4. Slowy and Dodo not quite to... Actually, you know what? The bomb just got taken down as well. There's no way they come back in that Endpoint. Maui... It's still early days, but a part of me has started to believe.
Yeah, this is... I feel like HAVU will just happen into one round. I feel like just an individual multi-frag is all we're really waiting for. But Endpoint's defense is looking really sharp, and this is... I mean, this is kind of what we expected more out of from Endpoint. It's a shame it didn't really come alive on the T side. They couldn't find a way to stop the double op presence from HAVU. But... now that they've busted out their own, they're looking pretty good. Mighty Max pressing on forward. I feel like Hoodie had every advantage in that fight, but still doesn't come out on top. Good nade to stop Zori and Slowy in their tracks. And now HAVU once again with a man deficit. And Endpoint, they get to fortify their defense. Dodo on the lurk here will find the kill onto Robin. That's a big one because now it evens out the numbers. And it leaves Surreal by his lonesome at this B site. HAVU, if they make the read to go towards B in a mid to B play, this might be the game right here, right now. It'll be so tough for Surreal to manage this position. Someone from Endpoint is going to need to help him. Look at this. HAVU, they've made the read. Surreal, he has a lot of utility to work with, but how will he drop it? He drops a smoke at the entrance of tunnels to try to cover him if anyone does approach from that angle, but he's looking for a frag over here.
Oh.
Slowy is already on the lurk, though. He takes down Mighty Max. Dodo takes down Surreal, and this might be the game right here, right now. Dodo picks up the op, and he's already holding the door. A 2v4 retake, and Dodo takes down Crucial. It's just going to be Thomas. He's been pretty good on this half, but I don't know if he's good enough to take down 4.
You've got to believe. You have to believe if you're Endpoint. But this is where the crushing sense of doom starts to weigh in on your shoulders, and Slowy will take your head off of those shoulders. He lightens the load a bit. He's a nice guy that way, Maui.